Nestled deep in the mountains of Colombia lies one of the most coveted treasures in the world, the emerald. Known for their stunning green color and unparalleled clarity, Colombian emeralds are some of the finest gemstones on Earth. But how are these precious stones unearthed? Today, we will journey through the emerald mining process in Muzo Mine in Colombia, from the mines to the market. The Muzo Mines lie some 60 miles northwest of Bogota, in a far-flung corner of Boyacá department in the high Andes Mountains. Colombia is responsible for approximately 70% of the world's emerald supply. The country's emeralds have a reputation for being the most beautiful, thanks to the unique geological conditions that make them possible. These stones are often found in the remote, mountainous regions of Boyacá and Cundinamarca, where emerald mining has been a way of life for centuries. Colombian emeralds formed approximately 65 million years ago, but they were first discovered and mined by the Muisca people, who were known to have mined them for centuries. European discovery followed in 1537 when Gonzalo Jiménez de Quesada encountered them. The Muzo mine in Colombia has a history that extends back at least 500 years before the Spanish arrival in the New World. It was used by indigenous peoples for mining before being discovered and controlled by the Spanish. In the 1560s, Spanish conquistadors began mining in the Muzo area, with the indigenous Muzo people forced into labor. The mining process begins in the small towns scattered across Colombia's emerald belt. Here, the mining operations vary greatly. Some miners work independently, while others are part of larger companies or cooperatives. The mining areas are often rugged and hard to reach, requiring a mix of traditional tools and modern machinery to access the emerald veins. There are two main types of emerald mining methods in Colombia: artisanal and mechanized mining. Artisanal mining, which has been practiced for centuries, is often done by small-scale miners. They use hand tools like picks, hammers, and shovels to dig into the earth. This method is labor-intensive, but it's still the most common approach for many of Colombia's emerald miners. On the other hand, mechanized mining employs heavy machinery such as drills and excavators to dig deeper and faster, allowing miners to extract more stones in less time. While this method is more efficient, it's also riskier and requires significant investment. In the dark, damp tunnels of Muzo, every swing of the pickaxe carries hope. The miners carve through tons of rock for days, sometimes weeks, without a single flash of green. But then something changes. A shimmer, a subtle glow hidden in a fracture line. Eyes sharpen, movements slow, everyone holds their breath. It's emerald, raw, and touched by human hands for millions of years. In this moment, all the labor, sweat, and risk are rewarded. The mountain has finally surrendered one of its secrets. Extracting an emerald requires precision and patience. One wrong move can shatter the crystal. Miners use delicate hand tools, working slowly, carefully freeing the gem from its rocky cradle. After hours, sometimes days, deep inside the mines, the real magic begins above ground. It's time to wash away the earth and reveal the emeralds hidden within. First, the miners carefully place the emerald-bearing rocks into large mesh sieves. These rocks, covered in thick mud and debris, still hide their precious cargo. The sieves are dipped into fresh, flowing water. The goal: to loosen the heavy clay and sediment without damaging the fragile emerald crystals embedded inside. With slow, circular movements, the miners agitate the baskets, allowing the current to carry away lighter mud and debris. What remains behind are the heavier stones and, with luck, the first glimpses of green. Suddenly, a flash. A shard of vivid green glistens in the sunlight. It's an emerald crystal, previously invisible, now sparkling against the wet stones. Many emeralds are small, tucked tightly within fractures and crevices. Miners must inspect each rock carefully, peeling away softer minerals and chipping at the matrix to free the hidden gems. The most promising rocks are hand-washed, piece by piece. Gentle brushes and small picks are used to avoid scratching or breaking the crystals. Every stone is treated like a potential fortune in waiting. After hours of careful washing and sorting, the treasures emerge. Raw emeralds, still rough, but unmistakably beautiful, carrying the spirit of the Muzo Mountains within every facet and flaw. In every emerald, there's a journey, from the hidden veins of the earth, through mud, sweat, and patience, until its brilliance is finally set free. As the emerald emerges, its vibrant color ignites against the dark stone, a flash of life pulled from the ancient earth. No two stones are ever alike. Each carries its own fingerprint, its own story written in veins, fractures, and fire. In Muzo, striking green gold isn't just about finding a gem. It's about perseverance, skill, and the eternal hope that somewhere deep within these rugged mountains, another miracle waits to be found.
Hola, mi nombre es Ricardo Jiménez Ramírez. Quiero comentarles que llevo 45 años en este bello arte de la talla de las esmeraldas.
¿Qué lo llevó a convertirse en tallador de esmeraldas y cómo comenzó en este oficio?
Básicamente fue que tuve la oportunidad de hacer un curso de talla. Yo no tenía idea, pero ya haciendo el curso me gustó mucho esto y dije, no, esto va a ser lo mío, voy a tratar de hacerlo lo mejor que pueda. Y eso es lo que he venido haciendo.
Don Ricardo, cuéntenos, después de tantos años en el oficio, ¿qué cambios ha notado en la industria de las esmeraldas?
Hace muchos años toda la gente tenía acceso a poder comprar piedras. Cuando han pasado los años y todo, ahorita ya mucho el negocio lo están manejando ciertos grupos, entonces para la gente de afuera se ha reducido bastante la adquisición de piedras.
¿Podría describirnos cuál ha sido la esmeralda más impresionante que ha tallado hasta el momento?
Te puedo decir que me he podido dar el gusto de que han pasado por mis manos muchas piedras muy buenas, entonces no puedo especificar una en sí, no, porque me he dado el gusto de tallar piedras muy buenas.
¿Qué aspectos técnicos considera más importantes al tallar una esmeralda?
Técnica, sí no hay. Toca es analizar muy bien la piedra y estudiarlo, y muchas veces la misma piedra le va hablando a uno cómo formarla.
¿Cuáles son los desafíos más grandes que enfrenta al trabajar con esmeralda?
The journey from mine to market doesn't end with discovery. After washing the rocks, the next crucial step begins sorting the emerald crystals. This is where raw stones are judged and their true value revealed. Sorting emeralds is both an art and a science. Each rough crystal must be carefully examined, classified, and separated based on key characteristics: color, clarity, size, and crystal shape. The first and most critical factor is color. Muzo emeralds are prized for their deep, rich greens. Stones with bright, vivid, or bluish-green hues are placed into the highest category, destined for the finest jewelry pieces. Lighter or less saturated emeralds are sorted separately, still beautiful, but less valuable. Next is clarity. Emeralds often contain inclusions, tiny fractures, minerals, or gas bubbles trapped within, known as the jardin or garden. These features tell the story of how the emerald formed over millions of years. Emeralds with fewer inclusions and higher transparency are rarer and command much higher prices. Sizes are also important. Larger crystals, even with minor flaws, can be far more valuable than small, perfect ones. Stones are grouped by weight and dimensions to prepare them for cutting or direct sale. Some rough emeralds, though not perfect now, have hidden potential. Expert cutters can transform a flawed crystal into a masterpiece with clever cuts and careful planning. These stones are marked for specialized attention. Finally, the emeralds are divided into categories: jewelry grade, commercial grade, industrial grade, and collector specimens. Each tray tells a different story of beauty, rarity, and destiny in the market. From muddy rocks to glimmering crystals, sorting reveals more than just value. It unveils nature's hidden masterpieces, ready to be shaped into treasures that will shine for generations. A raw emerald, ancient, rough, and clouded, holds a secret. With skilled hands and patient craft, this hidden fire will be brought to life. This is the art of polishing emeralds. The first step is careful study. Every emerald is unique, with internal fractures, inclusions, and growth lines that must be respected. One wrong move and millions of years of beauty could be lost. The cutter maps the future shape, where to create facets, how to minimize flaws, and how to maximize color and brilliance. For emeralds, preserving size and natural glow is just as important as sparkle. Using a fine diamond tip saw, the rough emerald is cut into its basic form. Precision is everything. Emeralds are softer and more brittle than other gemstones, making them incredibly challenging to shape. Mounted carefully on a dop stick, the emerald undergoes pre-polishing. A series of increasingly finer abrasives smooth the crystal's surface, defining the final outline and removing deep imperfections. Slowly, the cloudy roughness gives way to hints of the emerald's inner fire. In the final stage, the emerald is polished with oxides and gentle compounds. With every pass, the gem's brilliance deepens. Its natural color, once muted, now glows with an almost magical intensity.
Que era una piedra sosa.
¿Qué porcentaje cree que podemos perder?
Mano,
Un promedio.
la
¿qué, un
retalla, no sé, ahí
20%?
le estoy.
¿30%?
Puede ser.
At last, the transformation is complete. From a hidden shard of earth to a radiant treasure, polished by hand, perfected by patience, and ready to capture the light forever.
Una piedra con talla de precisión, su forma es de corazón, peso aproximado 0.30 quilates, el valor de la piedra 1 millón de pesos, de muy buena calidad, tratamiento en aceite.
Conoce el proceso de embellecimiento de una esmeralda. Colocamos esta mallita, las piedras en esta mallita para protegerlas y después poder sacarlas sin inconveniente del aceite. Y las amarramos para sí mismo, para proteger y consentirlas en el aceite. Las piedras ya están dentro del tubo, ya lo prendemos para que comience a dar calor y el aceite de cedro se disuelva y se pueda penetrar más fácil en las piedritas. Puede durar una semana, 15 días limpiándola con ácidos para obtener un excelente resultado en las mismas, como vamos a ver más tarde. Vamos a proceder a sacar las piedras del aceite. Hermosas nuestras esmeraldas, más hermosas con el embellecimiento que le hicimos con aceite de cedro.
Aquí ya tienes un poquito más de color, pero un poquito más pequeña que las otras piedras. Pesa 1.18 el lote y late 1,5 millones. Pues sí que podemos ver eso más. Ese es más clarito y el lote pesa 3.72 a 1,5 millones. Sí, señor.
Yo era comer acá, yo no sé si usted quiere comer por eso.
Este lote es de 2.36 quilates, vienen 13 piedras, el promedio de la medida es 3.71 a 3.91. Es un lote de quilate a 1 millón de pesos, ¿qué quiere decir? Que la cajita vale 2.360.000 y lo dividimos en 13 piedras, nos da promedio piedra, David, ¿cuánto nos da? 181.500 cada piedra. Hay mucho más económicas y también necesita una calidad más económica como esta. Esta es más económica. Esta es lo mismo, pero esta ya vale a 700.000 pesos. Sería hacerle la conversión. Sí, ahí está la diferencia de los dos materiales. Vea, Catherine, tengo este lote sí es bien interesante. Lo estoy organizando, vea. Son piedritas para hacer, vea, para hacer parejitas. Me gusta es por los tamaños, ¿sí? Ya le muestro acá, ya le muestro aquí, ¿sí? Para hacer joyas especiales, unas joyitas bien especiales. Vea, hacer unas joyitas bien especiales. Y un material muy fino, ¿sí? Este material te lo puedo dejar. Yo pensaría que en un promedio de 1.950.000 de este material fino.
Every polished emerald carries not just beauty, but a story of earth, time, and human artistry revealed in every gleam and every flash of green fire. These emerald diamond earrings show we are blessed as humans with gemstones, which explains how something that was hidden beneath the earth can be so beautiful after intense polishing and jewelry crafting.
Muy lindo.
Subscribe for more videos like this.